kitchen. The lighting's much better here, and this is your good morning video. The next 2 days are going to be rough for me because tomorrow, actually, in exactly 17 hours, it will be 3 years that I walked into a very tiny restaurant in the East Village in New York City, and my life changed forever because I met Jegs, and, well, he gave me a brownie in a box. I'll have to tell you that story, so I'll tell you it now. Once upon a time, I went to this restaurant that I'd wanted to go to for years because I thought it was really neat. But at the time, I was involved with a jerk, and he wasn't interested, and so one day, when I found out he was going to be in a food competition show again, I decided to say I was going to be on his team. You know, root for his side. And would you favorite me on Twitter? And he favorited me on Twitter. And then I asked for a copy of his cookbook. And then he said, well, you can, and then I said I wanted to come to his restaurant. So we talked and talked, and I asked him to follow me on Twitter. He followed me on Twitter. And then we started talking. And then September 6th, 2012, a day that will live in infamy, I went down to the restaurant. And I sat there, and I got the, he signed the cookbook for me. And he signed it, "It's been a pleasure knowing you." Now, he's been in this country 15 years. Well, he's been in this country 20 years. He was in this country 17 years at this point. And he signed it, "It's been a pleasure knowing you." Now, he hadn't even met me yet, so I thought that was funny. So I ate, and I really love the food, and I love the place, which only seats 14 people. And it was getting around 8 o'clock, and it was starting to get dark, because it was this time of year. And I looked at the door, and in he walked. And, of course, I recognized him right away. He recognized me right away from my Twitter avatar, I guess. And he comes over, and he's got this orange box. It's about the size of the size of a box you'd put a watch in. And he gives me this box, and he says, "I wanted you to have something from me." And I said, "Oh, okay." And so we were talking for a while, and then I asked for the check, and I walked out to leave. And as I'm starting to walk down the street, he calls me back. So we're standing outside, and we're talking. And we're finishing each other's sentences. This is the first time I've met him. And we're finishing each other's sentences. And so I finally say, because I really have to go, because I don't want to get home too late. It's a 2-hour train ride back. I say to him, I gotta go. And he goes, okay. And I said, and then something said, well, I'm sure that, I'm sure I'll be back. And he said, that will be lovely. One of my main things that gets me, if a man says lovely, forget it. I'm like, yes, please. And so I rode home on the subway train in tears. And I rode home on the train, the Metro North train, in tears because I didn't know what just happened. Plus, when he walked in that night, my first thought in my head was, oh, there you are, which I now understand is because he's my constant. I'm going to think I'm his. Yeah, I am his. So when I opened the box, it was a brownie that he had made, and he used to be a pastry chef, so it was just so nice. And since then, we've talked on Twitter and everything else. We've talked on Twitter, and we've seen each other once a month, and we're really, really, really good friends, but I'm kind of in love with him, and I wish I weren't. So I'm trying to figure out a way tonight of how to say happy anniversary of 3 years being friends without it seeming like it's something else. And that's my sad tale of woe for this evening. My sad, sad, sad tale of woe. See, you said you didn't mind if I rambled, but now I've rambled for almost 5 minutes. Are you still awake? Because if you are, no, I never saw that picture of Paul before. I don't know if I ever needed to see it because it's quite nice, but I feel incredibly guilty for ogling someone who's probably like 21 at the time. I feel guilty. I feel like a child molester. Anyway, I hope you had a good day. I had a busy day, but I'm sleepy but not tired. Tomorrow I'm going to Walmart, hopefully. If not, because they don't call me to take me, and these are the stupid housing people again, I will be pissed. That all said, I miss you. I wish you were here and we could talk about this in person. But someday we will, I promise, because I want you to know that I'm absolutely committed to coming. I'm totally committed to coming to visit next year. And in terms of moving there, yes, I am committed. If it takes 4 years, it's going to take 4 years, but that doesn't mean I'm not committed. You said something a couple days ago, like it's a long time. Yeah, because there's a lot to do in moving to another country. And finally, and first of all, I want to get a job so I have money, because I won't be working right away there. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm sorry for rambling. I love you very much. I'm just kind of sad tonight.